Millin here from Tesla-Taxi.com.au. Today we just want to make a quick video to show EAP, which stands for Enhanced Autopilot. So on a road like this you can engage cruise control, as you can see here, but because there's no centre line you won't be able to engage self-driving or auto steer. Autopilot. So I've got the cruise control on now. When we approach this intersection, it might show up the stop line, but because this is enhanced autopilot, it won't actually take any action for traffic lights or stop lines. So we will have to actually take over there. I didn't have to brake because there was a car in front of us, but if there wasn't, I would have had to slow down manually for this intersection. Once we're on the main road, you will notice up here with the traffic lights that they will appear up here on the visualization, so it will show whether they're red or green on the screen. But again, with enhanced autopilot, it won't take any action. It'll only slow down for cars. Luckily, we've got one in front of us showing the traffic lights green there. And when we get onto the freeway, it will also be able to take exits for us. So we'll just do that now. Take me to JB Hi-Fi. So now that we have a destination set, it's going to be able to take us on the ramps, off or on the ramps to get to this particular destination. Once we're off the freeway, it will go back to the standard autopilot, which is just doing the steering and braking. If we want to go up to 80, we can just tap that there and that'll adjust our speed, or of course we do have control over the speed with our scroll wheels. That's volume on this side and speed on that side, going up and down with the scroll wheel. You'll notice with these cars merging in front of us, it is usually reasonably cautious and courteous. As you can see there, it slowed down a little bit to let this guy in front of us. And when we get to our exit in another 3 kilometres or so, it will take that exit. It initiated this lane change here. All I had to do was touch the steering wheel to let it know that I was still here and double check that it was making the correct decision to get into the faster lane. So with the enhanced autopilot, it will do those lane changes that you just witnessed. If I decide I want to go back into the other lane, I can put my indicator on and it'll go back into that lane. But there is a car not too far behind us there, so we wouldn't do that until the path was clear. It won't run into the other cars, but obviously if you've got your indicator on, it can be confusing for the other traffic on the road, so it's best to obviously stay in your lane, as it were. So it's indicating here that we will be doing a lane change shortly, so it's going to go back into the left-hand lane at some point in the next 2.6 kilometres to take our exit. I imagine it will slow down if it needs to get in behind other cars, or obviously we've got a fair bit of time for it to just take its time and get there when it's ready. Tesla-Taxi.com.au if you'd like to rent this car. This one is available for any bookings of 7 days and longer, anywhere from the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, obviously Brisbane, also Gold Coast or Gold Coast Airport, and we can also deliver this car as far down as Byron Bay with 3 days notice. Tesla-Taxi.com.au if you'd like to book this car for a rental. And once this car comes past us on the left here, my guess is that it will probably see the opportunity to indicate over. However, the car behind us has just come across into this lane as well, as you can see here, so we'll probably wait for that car to go past as well. If we get tired of waiting, we can initiate the lane change just by using the indicator stalks, and that will obviously start moving across when it's safe to do so. Whenever this notice comes up, you just have to lightly touch the wheel to let the car know that you are still awake. And you will also notice with the Teslas there is a camera up here to keep track of your eyes, so if you are playing with your phone or doing anything you're not supposed to do, the car will prompt you and kick you out of autopilot if you're doing the wrong thing. So now that this car's gone past, it has started to indicate, and just touch the steering wheel to let the car know that it's safe to go across, or that you've double checked, so to speak. And I imagine it's about to also go across one more lane so we can take our exit. Again, I haven't actually taken over, no accelerator or brake input from me, just touching the steering wheel there every time it needs to do a lane change to let the car know that I am still awake. If you'd like to rent one of these cars for Uber, they are available for rates starting from well under $800 per week. Longer term bookings can even be under $600 per week. This has actually dropped out, so I will manually take over now to exit the freeway. It must not class that part of the freeway as an actual freeway to take the exit ramp, so that's a quick demo of what the enhanced autopilot can do in a Tesla. Tesla-Taxi.com.au if you'd like to rent one of these cars, either for a week short term, or if you're wanting to do long term for Uber. We do have a minimum contract term of 6 weeks, and the discounted pricing starts kicking in 3 to 6 month contracts. Tesla-Taxi.com.au for more information. Thank you for watching.